All right, everybody. Welcome back to Wednesday's Divinity Original Sin 2. Last time, we did the first section of the arena, which is cool, because we've only got to beat the current champion, but she is too high level for us right now. And then, let's see, what else would we have? We also have some missing Magisters that we have been tasked to find. Magister Carver needs help with his investigation. He thinks that the dwarves are responsible for killing the Magisters. There's also an elf who believes that the sorcerer that they think is guilty, this Higba, is innocent, but he doesn't have any other suspects. And what else do we have? We have the chicken. There was a brood of chickens who lost their eggs to some monsters. We need to go and finish that. We need to go and find Lohar and figure out what he's doing. They think that he has connections to the Dwarf Queen. Apparently she's not very nice. But we did find source weapons down in the basement, and the guy who gave us the key and told us to go down to the basement said that it was Lohar's shipment. So perhaps we can go and give those weapons back to Lohar and see what he has to say about it. We still have to also find the sorcerer that's supposed to be teaching us here in town. Venom's just stomping around in circles around my character. So do you want to go find the chicken eggs first?
Sure. Or the lizard lady's right here.
You can't go in there, missus. The Meister isn't home and the Magisters locked her house up for her. They was very angry about it. They said mean things about the Meister and they left a mess, a big one.
Ask her if she knows the Meister personally. Ask where the Meister might be or take her leave.
Oh, we didn't save the Meister.
Not yet.
We should probably go do that.
Do you know where she might be?
She's outside the gates. I can't go outside the gates. It's very dangerous. Hey, you want to know a secret?
Absolutely.
Absadoodles.
When the wind blows from over the stream, I can hear the Meister. I can hear her crying.
She gives you a look of the darkest meaning. Then she takes a deep breath, puts on a happy smile, turns, and skips away.
Okay, so the wind blows over the stream's right over here. She can hear the Meister crying. Up to my eyeballs in the wet, of course.
I like it when you're wet.
Is this really necessary?
Okay, so here's Meister Siva. And we've got a dead lizard magister there. We've got a couple of people. Looks like magisters. So let's go talk to the named one, see what she's got to say. Executioner Ninian.
A Magister guard approaches. Behind her, on the gallows, 2 lizards. One in a Magister uniform hangs dead from her neck. The other hangs from her hands, still alive.
Step away from the prisoner, dwarf!
Ask who the half-living prisoner is and why she's hanging by her hands. Tell her you're going to set the prisoner free. She'd be wise to look the other way. Or ask about the dead lizard magister hanging from the scaffold. Let's ask about the dead lizard magister first.
That's internal order business. You'd do well to leave it alone. Let's just say Zeus and there was of help to sorcerers and leave it at that.
Okay, so who's the half-living prisoner?
She's hanging by her hands because the boss don't want her dead just yet. She's a tough one, Meister Siva. She's a seeker and she's a bloody traitor.
Tell her that you've heard of the Seekers. Ask what crime saw the Meister brought so low or so high. Or tell her you're going to set the prisoner free. What crime did she commit?
She was part of the Order. Knew Alexander personally. Alexander trusted her, at least as far as you can trust a lizard. To repay that trust, the Meister gave Alexander up to his enemies.
Hello, John. Meisters just slaying heads to eat, huh?
She wasn't there when Alexander fell, but White Magister Raymond uncovered the truth. She's as guilty as any of them, and I reckon she got off lightly. I'd have had her flayed alive with a salted bullwhip.
Oh. Wow. Let's talk to the Meister first and see what she has to say. So I'm going to take my leave and then I'm going to talk to her.
The lizard hangs from the gibbet, her face blooded and her scales discolored. Her eyes are closed, but her tongue flickers as you approach.
Welcome to Driftwood, Godwoken.
One bloody eye cracks open, glittering gold appearing from beneath the swollen lid.
Chased you all the way here from Fort Joy, did they? Very well then, cut me down. There is work to be done. Or indeed you could stand there gawping as if you were a cow ordered to dance a reel. It is a masterful performance. I would applaud it, but well.
Whisper that Malady said she could train you. Is that true? Assure her she'll be freed, but you're curious to know how she knew you were Godwoken, or reach up to undo the restraints. Well, we can obviously tell that Meister Siva has a little bit more going on than your average. So let's just try and undo the restraints. Let's see what happens.
Be quick about it, before the Magister realizes their prize catch is about to slip through the net.
I'm going to... Well, I don't want the Magister's attention just yet. Let's just get her down.
Excellent. Now, if you'd be so kind as to gut that startled-looking Magister, it would be much appreciated. I must secure my home before they do any more damage.
Got the Magister. Will do. There she goes. Trotting off out of harm's way so we don't have to worry about her. Alright, Fluffy it is. We're going to bring out a water Fluffy since we've got water right here. We're going to buff him up. We're going to bring out a totem. Let's see. I don't know if it can shoot at them from here, but I'm gonna try it.
Oh yeah.
Alright, Fluffy. Let's see what you got. Ow.
The guy with the hammer. The guy with the hammer only has physical armor, so Fluffy would go straight to his health.
Right, but it takes a lot of AP to get over there.
Well, it is what it is.
Okay, so she just whistled for help. The jerk. Oh, they didn't get charmed. Dagnabbit.
And
He got charmed! Yay! Somebody got charmed. And so did the dog. The dog got charmed as well. Nice. Okay, so let's see. You're not charmed, Executioner. Alright, so let's see. I will put out another...
shoot him.
Yeah, let's see. Got a little blood going on there, so that's good. Can I teleport one of these guys over next to you? Wow, look at that, I can. Okay, so let's see.
Hey, Tinkers.
Increases movement speed of you and your allies. Okay, that could come in handy. That's one, and that's one. So I could do both of those, actually. Alright, so let's do this. And then I will give you Uncanny Evasion. She got charmed! Hello, Dinkers. Everybody's getting charmed by my aura. Oh, this armor's the best. It's the best in the world. Although it's going to make it a little difficult because we've only got one more true enemy left, and I don't know what we're going to do with these charmed guys. It looks like they're only charmed for one round, perhaps? So maybe they won't be charmed for long?
Perhaps. Yeah, so that should wear off soon. Can't hit them.
Really? Oh.
They're allies, you can't hit them.
Oh, good.
But they can hit each other.
Alright, let's see. Another totem. And this one and that one are no longer charmed. Alright, so let's see. How close do I have to be? 13 meter range. That's pretty close, right?
Yeah.
I infected the dog. That should be enough. Oh. Oh, she's no longer charmed. How sad. Okay, what's your plan?
I'm gonna use some movement up.
Ooh, knocked down. Oh, that was nice damage. I think they just tried to silence Fluffy.
Well.
Oh no, Fluffy! No! Fluffy, no! Fluffy. Yeah, that Silent Watcher is really dodgy. I mean, not dodgy enough, apparently, but still.
Move, Curtis! Put some space between us.
Okay, so there's a two-handed axe that she had. Executor Ninja's axe.
Ooh, empty.
Ooh, and a frost grenade. I'll take that. Take that essence, and there's another thing over here. Oh, you can have that to sell. And there's some gold.
Strength in warfare.
Let's go ahead and check Bruiser. Just in casey. Sinew. I think that's for crafting. I'm going to go over here and check, but I don't think I'm going to take anything. Oh, it was empty anyway.
This thing has 10% more critical chance to it, too.
Oh, nice. There's some Whisperwood. That's a crafting component. And then this over here is the lost eggs. So this doesn't look
Oh,
good.
yes.
This does not look good.
There's one infected egg behind them. Perhaps there's still a chance.
Okay. Well, there's some blood here, so I'm gonna make a blood fluffy. This time. And buff him. Well, if I put him in a really good position for Whirlwind, he'll suck up the source. I suppose I could just have him Whirlwind from where he's at.
Right.
There anything good? There's some more blood there, if that counts. Let's see.
There's more blood.
Whirlwind. Yeah. See, because there's a puddle of source here, and I really don't want Fluffy to soak that up.
Right. I'll get it on my turn.
Well, I can only hit 2 of them if I do Whirlwind.
Okay.
Oh, I hit that one too, I think. The one that's next to my blood totem. Alright. Fair enough. And... yeah. Okay, so that's a big Void Woken. These little ones were hatching out of these eggs, but that's apparently Mama.
Let's see, I've got 2 points left. There goes its armor.
Dissolving mucus. Gross.
Well, well, well.
Blood totem. What else can I do? Well, I could do another favorable wind. Now he's just out of my teleportation range. That's unfortunate. But I'll give you the evading stuff again, and then I will end my turn. Well, you didn't evade that, did you? No, Fluffy! Oh, splat. Anything to take off the last little bit of his health?
Oh, wait. No, his magic armor blocked that.
Ow. Well, let's see. No. And, how about that?
Combat ended and started again.
Yep.
For one little batchling.
I'm gonna wait until this stuff, settles. Because I don't want to step in cursed blood or water. Gross. It's just about ready to... Cursed blood is still there. Oh, thank you. So there's a little egg over here Peeper. Go pick up Peeper.
There you are, little egg.
Go take it back to the chickens. So there are some shells. Those can be used for crafting, but I'm not terribly fussed about them.
I got a lot of shells.
So the chickens were back in this direction. This is the one, Big Marge, I believe was the one that we talked to earlier.
Yep.
Baby's gone! Stolen eggs! Stolen! Help, 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 help!
Tell her you found her eggs, but they were transformed into Voidwoken.
Transformed! Not a chicky baby anymore! All gone! All gone for good!
We'll give her the egg that we rescued.
She leaps up and grabs the egg with her foot, kicking it under her warm underbelly and settling down upon it contentedly.
Shh, little Peeper baby, Mama's here, warm and here with you again.
She cocks a black eye up at you and winks.
Thank you. I have something for you. Something I buried behind the coop. It's yours. It's yours. Unless some other scratchily poker found it first, of course.
Okay, so the coop is over here, so it's supposed to be over behind the coop. So let's go take a look. Did you already come and get it?
Did you expect a needle?
Yeah, what?
Well, there's usually something buried here, but either
I've spotted something.
Oh, I just wasn't far enough in. A ruby. You can sell that. That's nice. Alright, so we saved Meister Siva, and we got the chicken egg back, but now we need to go talk to Meister Siva in her home. She said something about coming to see her, I believe, after we gutted the Magisters.
The Meister sits slumped in a chair, looking around the room as she works her shoulder with one hand. It looks like it was dislocated by the gallows.
Damnable red cloak baboons ransacking my wardrobes, as if I would keep ancient valuable secrets in a pile with my unmentionables.
She takes a deep breath, and with a twist, a click, and a screech of pain, she shoves her shoulder back into its socket.
I swear by the seven, if we did not have more important matters to attend to.
Reaching across the table, she pulls a bowl of hot water towards her and fishes some bandages, a needle, and thread out of a box. She slowly starts to tend to her wounds.
At least the barbarians were unable to club their way into my vault, so everything you need should be safe.
Clear your throat. Isn't it normally polite to thank your rescuers? Ask what exactly it is that you need. Watch as she slowly rubs a cut on her arm. Ask why they strung her up. Or, good. Tell her you want to get started as quickly as possible.
Enthusiasm? On a weekday? My word. We shall begin once we have the tools we need from my vault. You may have been chosen Godwoken, but becoming divine requires more than a supernatural pat on the head.
Well, damn it.
Come, Godwoken. It is time to see just how awake you are. Fortunately, the Magisters pay as much attention to art as they do to fashion. Kindly remove that painting from the wall. I pray my instructions will not be too technical. Your talent for following simple instructions. Push the button. Now, kindly go to the vault and
A
enter
stone
the
door
combination.
lies flush with the
I shall
floorboards.
call it out.
Etched whorls in the granite frame a delicate rotary dial. Gleaming under the dim light, the metallic dial almost seems to wink at you.
Enter the safe combination as the Meister calls it out. I think that's the best option.
Taking your time, you carefully enter the combination. The metallic sounds of the tumblers falling within the mechanism let you know you entered the code correctly.
Excellent. Follow me. Your time is at hand, Godwoken.
There's a fish bone over here. Ow, dare you?
Break anything at the time.
So we'll just rob her blind really quick. Fine.
Ruins,
She expects it.
weird contraptions. This place is an arcanist's dream.
But she's
Ancient
got
runes,
a
weird
source.
contraptions. This place
source
is an
source.
alchemist's dream.
I'm sending you something.
Oh. Ooh. Hungry flower scroll. Plant can lob acidic spores and emit cursed poison clouds. Nice.
And it's increased by your summoning skill.
Put that on my
Here,
bar.
Brigadier.
Hello, Robot Brigadier. Okay, so what else have we got? Oh gosh, we've got lots of stuff. We've got Earth Essence and another Earth Essence. There's a pouch there. It's got 6 gold in it. Well, that's better than no gold, I suppose. Notes on Godwoken Ascension. There's a bucket over there. And you've looted all of that stuff. Okay, so let's see. There's a firestorm grenade. I'll take that. There's another firestorm grenade. I'll take that. There's a spoon. Ooh, what's this book on the floor? This book of songs and sonatas written by the great bard Kirill, the greatest composer known to both living and undead. One song in particular catches your eye. The springs mix with the rivers and the rivers with the sea. If the waters may dully merge, then why not you with me? Oh! Epidemic of Fire Scroll. Hold on. Oops. Where's the crafting menu? G. Recipes. Grimoire. Epidemic of Fire Scroll. What does that do? I don't recall hearing that one before. Hello, Jinxie. It sounds bad for whoever that gets cast on. I will say that. So not many of those that I can craft. Let's see. Anything else interesting? I think everything else has been looted. Hem.
The Meister is examining her wounds, prodding at this, wincing at that. Her face
What you
seems
talking
grim as she turns to you.
Do you know what it means to have the power of the divine, Godwoken?
Say that it means being able to do anything you want. Say that it means total responsibility to others. Or say that it means having the power to make the world a better place. Well, as much as everybody likes to think that having colossal power means you can just do whatever you want, it actually means there's probably a lot of responsibility involved.
Just so. To accept divinity is to accept responsibility for the lives of every person and beast that walks Rivellon. If granted divinity, you would have the power of all 7 gods at your disposal. You could heal any wound, pull islands from the sea, right any injustice. But make no mistake, the divine has only one duty: to protect this world from the void. The divine cannot use her power for anything else.
Hold up a hand. Surely you can use some power for yourself. Or nod that you understand, or nod, but you're already thinking about what you could do with such power. No, I understand what you mean. Totally.
Very well then. Let's see if we can't snatch divinity from the jaws of the void. The ritual itself is quite simple. Drop some blackroot in the bowl, mix in a little blood, set the concoction aflame, and then inhale the smoke. Ignore any feelings of dizziness, burning in your lungs, or a dire sense of existential dread. They're all perfectly normal. Although you will need to sacrifice a little sauce along the way. Everything you need is here. Ingredients in the cupboard. Sauce in the glowing fountain. Ritual in the tome by the bookcase. Even an incinerator to provide a flame.
The Meister looks back at her wounds, curiously prodding them as fresh blood oozes out, staining her claws.
Observe that her cuts look pretty bad. Say that she'll get started immediately. Pause for a moment and ask if she's ever seen the ritual performed before, or grunt and walk away from the conversation. You have a study to explore. We'll get started immediately. I happen to know that she gets a little grumpy if you don't just, like,
And do not lose
jump
anything.
to it right
These
away.
ingredients are rare indeed. I'm not hiking back out to the cloister wood to fetch you more blackroot.
Alright, so the cupboard is here.
Opening the door, you see a selection of ingredients, thrown together in no particular order.
Look for the materials you need to complete the ritual.
After a quick rummage, you spot the blackroot, nestled between the grated dragon's tongue and Trudene oil. You gather up the blackroot, obsidian lance, and ancient bowl, and kick the door of the cupboard closed.
Alright, so I need to combine this with the bowl. And then I need to use this. Now it's got blood drops on it. Now I need to combine that with the... Oops. Combine those. And now we have a ritual bowl. We need to put that in the incinerator, which is actually over here. Okay. So we need to put that there. And then we need to make it hot. And now we need to inhale the hallucinogenic smoke cloud.
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading.
Hold the fumes in your lungs and ignore the thumping in your head.
As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul.
Okay, this place looks familiar. We've been here a couple of different times. Oh, that's me.
Bathed in the half-light of these starless barrens, you spot a figure you could only describe as a second self. It looks haggard and weak, its very voice but a feeble echo of your own.
Come. Come closer, so that you may see me as I truly am. Look me in the eyes.
The apparition clasps your face in its shaking hands. You suddenly feel your eyes tingle. Everything becomes brighter, sharper. Blacks and whites become glorious bursts of color, then fade back into their accustomed spectrum.
Blind eyes, shine brightly. Speak the spell and see.
Okay, you've learned Spirit Vision. Cast the spell regularly to reveal a hidden world of ghosts lingering in the mortal realm.
Gone is the strange mirror image of yourself. Before you stands the god Duna in all his spectral glory.
You know me now, don't you? I saved you from drowning. I blessed you, made you powerful. And now I've come to seek some power in return. Your god-woken soul is my last refuge, my last bastion. May as well make the best of what you have to offer.
Duna nourishes himself from the source that abounds in your presence. You feel it deep down inside yourself.
Ah yes, just what I needed. I tell you, dying just doesn't become a god.
Dying? Worriedly ask him what's happening. Tell him not to be too greedy. Quite frankly, you have need of all the source you can get. Or tell him not to be so dramatic. Gods are immortal, after all. Let's not be too dramatic, Duna.
Immortality is only permanent, my dear girl, until one day it simply ceases to be. The void itself is hunting down the gods, leeching us in ways we never thought possible. Droplet by droplet, we are being drained. We're battling for our very survival. It's a battle we're losing, And should we truly lose, all will be cast into oblivion.
Say you won't stand for this. There must be a way to save him still. Surmise that by hiding himself in your soul, he's turned you into a target for every void woken in the world, or smirk and say you wouldn't have pegged him as a defeatist. That's a little cheeky. I wouldn't have pegged you as a defeatist, sure. Why not?
Our battle is a work in progress. I never said we can't turn the tide. You must realize that our fates are now as one, just as our souls are now as one. We are I.
Yeah, and thanks for actually asking me, Duna.
Together we are a force to be reckoned with. But if we seek to survive the onslaught of the Void, we stand no chance unless we become vastly more powerful than we are now. That means there is but one place we can go. The Well of Ascension.
So as a scholar, I can say the Well of Ascension, say you once read it is the fabled birthplace of the gods.
It most certainly will be. The Well of Ascension is a lake, a pool of pure source in which the powers of the Seven lie united. We gave them up freely to create the first divine. Each of us donated half of that which makes us gods. To bathe in the lake is to become our chosen. That is where the road to divinity leads. And you must be the first to reach it at all costs.
Tell him not to worry. To lose is complete abstract to you. Ask him why it's so important you should win. Surely the rise of any new divine is the Seven's aim. Wait, hold on. The gods once gave away half of their powers just like that? At all costs? Say you aren't willing to harm anyone for such a goal. Yeah, why'd you give up half your powers, you idiot?
It was a time of selflessness and sacrifice in the face of our old enemy. It was an act of heroism, and a dreadful mistake to boot, which we must rectify. The Void is stronger than ever. A new divine won't be enough. You need to go to the Well of Ascension, not to bathe in the source of the Seven, but to take it. All of it. Only she who claims everything will be everything. The Void's doom, this world's liberator.
Contemplate his words and say you very much like the sound of them. Pause to wonder what will happen to the other gods if you do this. So he's implying you must steal the powers of the other gods? That makes you feel rather uncomfortable. Yeah, what will happen to the other gods if you do this?
It's very simple, really. They will either bow to you or be undone. But of course, that is what they are saying to their own Godwoken as we speak. We both know they won't bow, just like we both know you will never bow to them. Only one can become a god strong enough to safeguard our world. One, at the expense of all others. So make no mistake, my champion. Chances are the road to divinity will be paved with dead gods. Their blood on your murderous hands. But don't let that dismay you, for these sins will be washed clean by the knowledge you committed them to save all of existence. To save your kin and your loved ones, and the world they live in.
Tell him you're quite convinced, and ask where you can find the Well of Ascension, or ask about the other races. What of them?
They will be at your mercy, which is vastly preferable to you being at theirs. Wouldn't you agree? So, fret not, but revel in the promise of the lake. I will lead you there when you're ready, when you've become a true master of the Source, and speak the language of creation itself. Our journey will be fraught with peril. It is a pilgrimage of challenges that will require you to command Source like only a Godwoken can, and wield its most powerful spells.
Frown. Aren't you already quite the Source Master? Say that if you're to become a Master of the Source, surely there's no better tutor than himself. Or smile wryly and say that pilgrimage sounds rather ironic given your mission. Yeah, aren't you a Master of Source?
Hoarse laughter rolls and echoes into infinity.
You are quite formidable, my chosen. But you underestimate just how much more formidable you could be. We are I now. The spells you need to know I will teach you when you are ready. But first you must learn to channel the source in greater volumes. That is why you need to seek masters of the source. You must make them teach you, so that you may become a master in turn. So return to Rivellon and seek out these sages where they dwell. Convince them to share with you their deep-seated bond with the source. Once you have, you may return to me here.
Tell him you'll do as you see fit, with whom you see fit. You aren't his pawn. Before you go, ask what it is he did to your eyes exactly. Say you'd have thought he's a master of source himself, which is what I thought I asked him previously, or I can just take my leave. Yeah, what did you do to my eyes, by the way?
Something that will make you understand that for a god there is precious little difference between the living and source is. It is a constant, a subject of neither time nor transience. All of life is source, and in source it is. Immortally so. You have the vision of a god now, eyes that can see spirits, the souls of the dead made manifest in source. Speak the spell during your peregrinations, and you will see them. Where the dead lie, the dead linger.
Tell him you'll do as you see fit. Weren't you a master of source yourself?
And so much more. But I'm no longer who I once was, bound to you as I've become. I will teach you what I can, but the knowledge that will expand the bounds of your soul, that you'll have to hunt for yourself.
The fact that he's kind of like attached to my soul makes me think very much of Voldemort when he was in Quirrell's the back of his head. I'm just saying. Tell him you'll do as you see fit, with whom you see fit. You aren't his pawn. I'm just gonna leave.
Best of luck, my champion.
Eat.
And then there's this smoke cloud over here. I'm gonna go and breathe it in. Oh, I can talk to Sir Laura.
Marcus, what are you looking at? Egad, stop gawking at the shield. You ought to be quite used to such journeys into that stone realm by now. Meanwhile, the acorn draws nearer. I read through some tomes I saw that cranky old lizard carrying. Some fascinating leads, but nothing like the power we need to stop the Knights of Dre and their wicked plot.
A warrior and a scholar. Admit you're impressed by his many skills. Not at the squirrel. It sounds like he's being diligent at least. Or ask the squirrel if you found anything that you can use. Yeah, did you find anything for me, squirrel?
Our gargantuan friend has something of a one-track mind, Quercus? Why are all giants so focused on taking all they can? Yes, our shield may have given a lot of itself. I had noticed, you know. I owe our shield my life several times over. I hardly need to grovel and thank it each time. I'm sure it knows I appreciate it. Now, if you're quite finished ogling your favorite long-legged scratching post, we need to get on and save the world already.
Okay, and then Venom is already listening to something. The Meister stares intently at you. Her eyes are tired and bruised, but determined.
Still alive? Gods above, there might be something to you after all.
She leans in, her bloody tongue flickering hungrily about your face.
Tell me, what did you see? What'd you know?
Ignore the burning in your lungs and quickly explain what happened. Your god hiding within you, your new power, and the masters of source. Or wave away her questions and cough that searing green smoke out of your system. We might as well tell her, I guess.
She sighs impatiently as you hack up the last of the green smoke.
You can't channel enough source? Gods be damned, why couldn't you have a nice simple problem? Finding an orc to dance the hornpipe, perhaps?
Looking at her in surprise, she doesn't know what you need to do next or brush off her concerns. You can do anything.
I know exactly what must be done. You must find a master of source. And I could have helped you once, but no longer. The purging which the Magisters included as part of their service was quite efficient. They stripped me of my source. Not enough to silence me, but enough that I would not turn their insides to lime. Enough to sever my link to the font from which all source flows, and certainly enough that I cannot train you. So we must seek alternatives. Alas, the only Source Masters not yet hauled off to Fort Joy or turned into meat puppets are those too dangerous or cunning for the Magisters to contain. Sorcerers that allowed their power to corrupt them. Many are wicked, cruel, vile, and generally not good teacher material, but we may have no others to turn to.
Wait, ask if she's really telling that you need to go and train under evil sorcerers. Nod. It sounds dangerous, but if that's what it takes. Rub your hands together. Now this sounds like fun. Or hero, rest your hand on your weapon. You'd be better killing such creatures, not begging them for help.
These are the kinds of creatures that
Did you just rub your hands together in glee?
moved on to people. Fun is not the word I would choose. However, it is the path we walk. No matter what the cost. No matter what is asked of you.
The Meister doubles over in a violent coughing fit, struggling for breath. After a few moments, she regains her composure, wiping a thin smear of blood from the corner of her mouth.
No matter what is asked of you, you must learn from them.
You can't hide the concern on your face. She doesn't seem well. Ask where you can find these masters, loudly wonder how difficult it could be to find evil sorcerers, or question Meister Sivra. Is she sure this is the only way?
The Magisters have kept ledgers with all known sorcerers, especially the powerful ones not yet captured. They would be an invaluable resource. But do be careful not to get caught. I was their guest for a time, and I promise you the gallows was the most comfortable part of the experience. And if their barracks turns out to be as empty as their skulls, just try to keep an ear to the ground. There may still be powerful sorcerers hiding in these lands.
As she speaks, one of her wounds reopens, a dark red stain spreading across her tunic. She hisses in frustration and starts to bind the gash.
I wish there was more I could do, but in this condition, I would be more a hindrance than a boon. Godspeed, and remember, do whatever it takes.
So you'll be back as soon as possible. Wish her well and take your leave, or thank her for generously passing this death-defying mission on to you and leave. Let's top up on our source. We also have a ghost here. So let's chat to this ghost lady. Spirit of the Apprentice.
The spirit of an elegant elven woman materializes before you. She seems surprised.
You can see me. A godwoken in my presence. You honor me.
Ask who she is.
I am the Meister's apprentice. I study under her, but I do not learn. I hear tales of the ritual, of what lies beyond. Such wonders, such powers. I decide to pursue them myself. Meister tells me it cannot happen, that I am not godwoken. But in my heart, I know I'm special. I try. I burn the root. I breathe the smoke, and it burns me back. No air fills my lungs, only fire. When the darkness falls, I cannot cry out. I leave my life behind with a shameful whimper.
Ask why she risks such a thing, if she was aware of the dangers, or just take your leave.
The spirit looks at you regretfully.
It is hard to hear of such power, and not covet it for yourself. I lie to myself and convince myself that I am special. But I am not special. I am dead.
Wow. Alright, let me just top up on some source over here. We had to use source for the ritual to go talk to our god, Duna. So I'll get topped up on source and then we'll head out.
Getting some wine before we leave.
Is there anything interesting? Ah! You took the book I was going to read. Already in use. You jackanapes. How dare you. Alright, so let's look at the map. This is Meister's house. And that's the hatch downstairs. This is the Magister like kind of like the police barracks. And that's where she said to go to try and find information on the Masters of Source, because the Magisters have been keeping lists of them for ages and ages. So we're supposed to go over to the barracks and then not get caught while we rifle around in things that I'm pretty sure they're not going to want to just hand over to us. So let's go see what we can do.
Go eat some heads.
Oh, that's stealing. That crate is over there. Now, I've already been in here to talk to him, but he didn't really care about talking to me. Let's see, we've got a lot of stolen stuff. There is also a little trapdoor here, and there's a staircase up. So let's try the staircase up first. There's a Magister over there and over there. Let's see what if they have anything interesting
I'm
to
on a
say.
break now, Yvette. You better not fall asleep on your watch again.
Head nodding drowsily, the Magister brings her voluminous sleeve up to her face. She sniffs loudly and suddenly jerks to attention, eyes red-rimmed with zeal, and something else.
They won't take me unawares. I'm ready for anything. See? I haven't stepped in. Well, I'm ready. That's what matters. Vigilance.
Constant vigilance. Wiping her spittle from your cheek, ask who they are. Mutter that she has to sleep sooner or later, and you can wait. Raise an eyebrow and say she seems a little highly strung. Report that you found a cache of source weapons hidden in a local basement. Now, we could do that. I don't know what happens if we do. So I'm not going to do that right now, because I want to go and give them to Lohar and see if that will butter him up so that he'll talk to us.
Butter.
Let's see. Who are they?
Why, whoever's snatching Magisters off the street and disappearing them. 6 lost in a week. 6! Need to be ready. 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 Ready to protect.
Waving you away, she cranes her neck to scan all around her, jaw clenched and eyes flickering.
Alright, what about you?
Oh, great, a citizen. Can't you see I'm on a break here?
Say you want to report a cache of source weapons you found. Tell her you found a destroyed Magister caravan outside town. Say it's pretty rich to be on a break with Voidwoken prowling outside town. Or not and be on your way. Yeah, didn't you know about the caravan? Maybe she'll leave.
What? Oh no. Poor Demori. Go tell Magister Raymond or Magister Julian immediately. They'll raise the alert. Go. Now.
No, I already did that.
Now, Yvette. You better not fall asleep on your watch again.
Okay, let's go downstairs then.
I stole their painting.
I saw that. Okay, we've got Silent Watchers, which are always kind of a pain in the butt. And we've got, Magister Colwyn. I'm going to give it just a cheeky little save. Because sometimes we get into combat and then other times we don't. So let's go give him a little talking to and see what happens.
Oh, I can make it a sure thing.
There's a ghost nearby. Ghosts may linger anywhere they have unfinished business. Cast spirit vision regularly to find them. That's true, but if anybody sees you casting source magic, they're going to flip out. So you have to do it kind of secretly or when nobody else is looking. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to him first.
The Magister turns to you with a scowl. He already seemed immensely displeased, and your interjection isn't improving his mood.
What?
Ask what has him in such a foul mood. As a mystic, I can claim that I sense a great unhappiness and restlessness in his spirit. There's somewhere he'd be more appreciated. He should go there. Or take your leave. Yeah, there's totally somewhere else that you need to be.
Who asked you? You're not even supposed to be
grave.
down here.
So, intelligence persuasion. Say that this place seems secure enough. He won't be missed. Finesse persuasion, remark that if he seems like a skilled individual, if his talents were being squandered here, then he ought to leave immediately. Or constitution persuasion, tell him to follow his instincts, but he won't win any glory if he stays in this place. I'll go with intelligence persuasion. Yeah, and it worked.
The Magister glances around the cells before ripping the keys from his belt and casting them aside.
This isn't the divine order I signed up for. Not anymore. I'm done.
Oh, look at that.
Can I kill him? Can I kill him?
Go ahead. If you really want to. Well, well, well. I hope nobody comes down here.
Any ally of the Magisters is no friend of mine.
Always fortifying himself.
Dare he? And a magic shell.
Well, you know what to do about that. Yeah, that. That's pretty much
Fortify
that. That's pretty much what you do about that. Ooh.
That's the game they want to play.
Mm-hmm. It is apparently the game they want to play. Put out a totem, and then he's got 18 magic. He's got 9. Yeah, I think that's fine. Ooh, that looked like it hurt.
This is going to hurt them more.
Okay, so I'll go pick up this key, which is no longer stealing, by the way, because we killed the owner of it. And now I can cast my spirit vision without fear, so we can look for that ghost. Oh, there he is. There's the ghost.
The spirit of an emaciated prisoner is staring down at his own corpse. He shakes his head and lets out an exasperated sigh.
Of all the stupid ways to go.
Ask the spirit if he knows a way out of here. Ask what happened to him. Wonder what crime he committed to wind up in this place. What happened to you?
Oh, it was a stupid bloody accident. I dosed myself with some poison to make it look like I was half dead. I figured they'd take me to see a healer, and I'd have a chance to escape. I must have taken too much of the stuff, though. Wound up fully dead instead of half dead. Those bastards haven't even moved me body.
What crime did you commit?
The spirit scowls at you.
I did nothing. Or I didn't do what they accused me of, at least. A miscarriage of justice is what this is.
Express your sympathies. Saying it sounds like he was treated unjustly, or scoff that every prisoner thinks they were treated unfairly. Someone's got to be guilty. Oh, I'm so sorry that you were treated unjustly.
That's putting it bloody lightly. Nobody deserves to rot in a hole like this.
Do you know of any ways to escape?
Best leave that secret for someone who needs it. You can stroll out of here whenever you like.
It's also true. I can stroll out of here whenever I like. Okay, so there's a bedroll there. Is there anything else? There's a bowl.
Might have taken almost everything.
Why am I not surprised? You left me a pair of tongs and some cooking pots. Oh, there are penny bun mushrooms, though. Are you just clicking on the door repeatedly?
You got the key.
I did. I did have the key. Ooh, what's this? Sorcerers most wanted. Mortis, dwarf. Suspected links to local dwarven malefactors. Last seen in Driftwood vicinity. Known associate of Lohar. Search the area beneath the Black Bull Tavern. Riker, elf, known lone wolf affiliate. Not to be challenged by our forces. By order of the White Magisters. Last seen Stone Garden Cemetery. Hanig, lizard. Beware of powerful portal magic. Last seen hosted by large family in the Black Pits. Almira, human, black ring, last seen captured and taken by the White Magisters. Sahala, elf, blind mystic, last seen captured and sent to Fort Joy. Ifin Ben Mezd, now he was one of the companions that we could have taken that has their own storyline, but because we did not take him as a companion, he's now dead. Human, lone wolf assassin, last seen captured and sent to Fort Joy. Addendum. There remains suspicion of sorcerer activity on the northern end of the Blood Moon Islands. The island itself is currently inaccessible to our forces. Okay, so those were the other master sorcerers that we were supposed to get a hold of. Or figure out. Ooh, sorcerer's ring, eh? Ooh, summon fire slug.
19 magic armor, too.
Anything else interesting? No. Wow.
And +1 intelligence on it? That's a nice ring.
Yeah, it is a nice ring. Let's see. Well, I've got a 16 magic armor, 1 constitution, 1 Hydra Fist. If I take off that Hydra Fist, I think I don't have any more Hydra Fist. However, we haven't really needed a whole lot of healing. And if we're really desperate, I can throw a water balloon down and make a water fluffy. So I'm thinking... A fire slug, though.
It is nice, though.
I'm not saying. A fire slug.
Especially with your summoning ability.
I know. So that gives me the fire slug ability, which is also a source ability. So I'm going to put that over there. 1 source and 1 action point. But it's a fire slug, though. It's a fire slug. All right, we'll try it out. We got to try it out at least once. See what happens.
Just think, you could squish his little sluggy cheeks.
Oh, his little sluggy cheeks. Oh. All right, so we found out the other. Let's see, that's L, right? That's our. Yeah, counting chickens. We return their surviving egg to the brood. Sahala's reward. Sahala was a great sorcerer who could have helped us if she wasn't in Fort Joy. Demon's Advocate. Explore Blood Moon Island. We haven't gotten there yet, by the way. The Magisters suspect that Blood Moon Island is a hive of sorcery. A hive of scum and villainy. Perhaps we may find a teacher there. Hanig's Bargain. A powerful sorcerer named Hanig may be able to mentor us. Black Pits. We haven't gotten there either. Riker. A dangerous elven sorcerer with links to the lone wolves. Sounds like this Riker might make a potential teacher. And Mortis. Now he's supposed to be right here in this town. So maybe we should go, and he's supposed to be like a cohort of Lohar, so maybe we should go back and see if we can talk to Lohar, especially since we have his shipment of source weaponry. And Lohar is down in the basement of the tavern.
Surrounded by incompetence. I deserve a better post.
So we'll go around the block to the tavern. Do you need to sell anything off while we're going through the middle of town?
Yep. Doing a quick stop off.
Yeah, make your little stop off. I will look through. I want my chicken scroll on there. In fact, let's get the aggressive scrolls. Because see, these are aggressive scrolls and then these are bombs, so I need to actually move the bombs over.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of
Put my aggressive scrolls over there. I got any more aggressive scrolls? I've got more bombs, that's for sure. I usually sort them by color. And we've got the Molotovs. We've got a fire here. Let's auto sort.
Have you heard any news?
Got
Nothing good.
that there.
All woken are everywhere.
We've got purple.
Thank the divine you're here to protect us.
Okay, so I'll just move these over. I think there's more bombs. Oops! Nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
How you holding up?
Not in any mood to talk about it.
There we go. And there's nothing on the third. Okay.
This ring has arrow thirds and summoning on it.
I've got summoning on one of my rings, summoning scoundrel and constitution, and then I've got that intelligence fire slug ring.
Okay.
Keeping it together, Bree. I'm all right.
Okay, I've still got 2 spots for spells, but some of them I can't use because I don't have the required skill anymore. Like I don't have pyrotechnic anymore because I took off a piece of clothing that had it on there. I do have scoundrel, so I could memorize that. But I don't think I care for that. And then I'd need a whole lot more in Hydra Fist to take that one. Okay, well, you just about done selling?
Almost. Too bad I'm not one-handed swords. He's got a legendary for sale.
The Magisters list names several sorcerers who may help us master our source powers. Well, I mean, if they're supposed to be horrible, awful, evil sorcerers, help may be the wrong word. Okay. Mastering the source, we must search for mentors. Yep, we know what to do. Alexander presumed dead, Dallas leads the Magisters. Yeah, we read that. That was the little note on the side of the Magister barracks. They were talking about because Alexander is supposed to be dead, quote unquote, that Dallas is leading now.
Who gains the title Most Divine?
I wonder.
Right about me. I'm just another useless.
Wonder who?
Well, I was wondering if I could do my spirit vision if I was far enough away from everyone to use it, but I don't know. I'm gonna drop a little save just in case everybody panics.
Come on.
Everybody gonna panic? It doesn't look like it.
Eat, or drink, or both.
Hello, ghost.
The Magister stares dumbly at her translucent hand, the fingers of which have been sheared off.
My ring. Where's my ring?
Ask what happened to her. Respond that you don't know anything about a ring. Say that you know Magisters have gone missing lately. Is she one of them?
The spirit looks at you with the smallest flicker of realization.
I was still alive when she...
Oh. The voice line cut off for me. I was still alive when she started cutting pieces off me. She wanted me to feel it, all of it. Ask who she is, who killed her, or say that her body hasn't been found. Does she know where it might be? Ooh, I'd like to ask her both. Who is she?
The spirit inclines her head towards the kitchen.
Your body hasn't been found. Do you know where it
The
is?
spirit ponders your question and seems to shiver.
Oh, in many places. I feel my body in 100 moving graves, warm and wet.
Well, that wasn't as informative as I would have liked, but she said to go towards the kitchen, so let's go do that.
What's this? I found something.
Ooh, a secret compartment, eh? You want me to go talk to her, and then you can look in the secret compartment?
Sure.
The cook acknowledges you with a small bow, an oddly formal gesture given the surroundings.
Please, madam, you should not be back here. It's not safe.
Smile and say you face plenty of danger in your time. A kitchen doesn't hold any terrors for you. Why is she so keen for you to leave? Ask if you could buy some of her fine-smelling stew, or inhale the aroma in the kitchen and comment that the cook must favor nutmeg. Well, let's see what she has to say about that.
Cinnamon, not nutmeg. There's a food shortage in these parts. Fresh meat can be hard to come by. Liberal seasoning helps disguise all sorts of sins. Now, please, I must return to my work.
So, in that little secret stash, Venom found a ring. Probably the one that the ghost was talking about. It says, hold up the ring that you found, the one she took off the dead Magisters. Smile and say you face plenty of danger in your time, or ask if you buy some of her fine-smelling stew. Let's confront her with the ring.
She grabs the ring and glares at you, like a rattlesnake observing its next live meal.
You should have just kept out of this.
Offer her a chance to explain her actions, say that she'll have to pay for what she's done, or claim that you'll keep her secret if she can pay you more than the Magisters will reward you. Oh yeah, you could go tell the Magisters and have that lady come over from the Magister barracks.
Want me to go do that?
Yeah, go do it. Let's see if she'll explain her actions, though. Actually, can I follow him? He's over there. Oh, I can't move my camera while I'm talking. But if you go tell the Magisters, Magister will come over here and try to confront her. Now, usually the Magister dies, but you can save the Magister if you're quick enough.
Which one did I have to talk to?
I think it's her. You don't have the option?
I think you have to, because you have the ring.
Oh, well, I'll just give her a chance to explain her actions
She gives you
then.
a defiant look.
Magisters are a blight. They deserve worse than the death I gave them. I wouldn't taint the earth with their carcasses. Better that they vanish into unsuspecting stomachs.
Congratulate her on her scheme. Anyone who removes Magisters from the world deserves to be lauded. Tell her that her secret's safe with you, or say that you think she's crossed a line. You'll have to tell someone what's going on. Yeah, so not only is she killing Magisters, she's putting them in the stew that she feeds to everybody except, I think, other elves. So, I think you've crossed the line.
The cook shakes her head ruefully.
You should have just forgotten about all of this.
Nobody will notice this huge demon that I'm summoning in the kitchen, I'm sure.
Except they all just dead and ran away. Somebody opened the door.
You did.
I closed it.
Paging anyone up that looks at them funny.
Okay. Still my turn. trying to backstab me. Oh, my charm failed. She went into my aura long enough, but the charm failed. How terrible. Oh, that didn't take long. Let's talk to her ghost.
The spirit of Wivlia takes in her surroundings silently, her spectral face forming a mask of cold anger.
Oh, I guess she doesn't want to talk to me. Alright, so we've got a food splotched recipe. Magister Virgil, 215 pounds, good marbling. Magister Herrick, 162 pounds, too lean. Magister Brant, 188 pounds, diseased liver. Magister Stanley, 179 pounds, tough meat. Marinate? Question mark? Next, and then she has a list of her next targets. And there's the Magister's seal. So we're going to go ahead and take all of this, including the disembodied foot.
Cooking notes? Wait, there's something wrong with this.
Do you think there's something wrong with those cooking notes? There is tomato soup. It's only the meat stew that's tainted. So we'll go ahead and take all of this. Garlic, buckets, frying pan.
You went and opened the door again.
I didn't open any door.
I said they did.
Oh.
Somebody out there keeps coming in and opening the door.
Ooh, crafting book. You need your weapon redesigned or want your amulet redefined, then 2 small runes you can combine to fight the enemy for a while. But the song restarts, as does this rhyme, is when you go out of style, and once again 2 runes combine, then front is back, first and last in line. No. It's, I think how to combine runes. Go ahead and give you the milk. You can sell that off too. I don't think we really need a cutting board. I don't think it's worth much. Yeah, it's worth 0. So I'm not worried about it. But now we can go back and talk to the Magisters and say, oh, by the way, we figured out who it is. And we have proof.
Even if we applaud them.
Well, okay, killing Magisters is one thing. Feeding it to people in stew is completely a different thing.
Okay, so we don't applaud the feeding them to people, but...
No, who are you? Dashing June.
Where is it? Madam? Please, have you seen a small burlap pouch lying about?
Say you haven't seen any such pouch. Offer to help her look. Tell her you have more important matters to attend to or take your leave. No, I haven't seen anything. Or I can help her to look, I suppose, but I'll just say I haven't seen it.
It's gone for good, I fear.
She rubs a hand over her smooth head, then suddenly looks up at you. Her great greenish gold eyes are alive with worry.
There isn't any chance you could spare a moment to help me look, could you? I wouldn't dare ask it if it weren't terribly important.
Taken somewhat aback by her surprising beauty, you nod and ask what you can do. Smile, ask her where you should start looking. Tell her you'll keep an eye out, but you have your own matters to attend to, or tell her to hunt for her own pouch. Where should you start looking?
Tears star her eyelashes, and she begins to weep. She takes your hand.
I know. What a crybaby I am. It's just... you're so kind. It's been a difficult day. The pouch. I really must find it back, or my master will flay me alive. It had quite a sum inside it.
250, it says there. Ask her who she serves, ask where you should start looking, or tell her you'll keep an eye out and be on your way. Who does she serve?
Magister Raymond. He bade me take the coins to purchase supplies for his journey, but I dropped it along the way. He's sure to think I stole it.
She tilts her head back and blinks back tears.
I'd never do such a thing.
Tell her she can surely find work here in Driftwood and earn the gold back within a few days. Or tell her you'll keep an eye out and be on your way.
Honest work. What I wouldn't give. But I'm an indentured servant to Magister Raymond. I'm legally bound to work for him and him alone for the rest of my tenure.
Okay.
She reaches out as though to shake your hand, but stumbles, falling a little into your arms. She laughs, embarrassed, and quickly rights herself. As she pushes off of you, she reaches lightly into your pouch. She rifles around for a moment, but doesn't seem to find what she's looking for.
Terribly sorry. I'm not in my proper mind today, it seems. I'll keep looking myself. Good day to you.
Grab her by the wrist.
She twists away from you with an innocent smile.
Got to be going now. That pouch won't find itself after all.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not going to try and pickpocket me and just run away. Ah, where'd she go?
Yep, she ran away. Your pocket's been picked.
I said she didn't find what she thought she could, because I don't have any money. You have all the money.
Surrounded by incompetence.
She's like, poor. Good day. Alright, I'm talking to the dude face guy.
The Magister's jaw is tightly clenched as he stares out of the window. He senses you.
What?
Announce that you know who is responsible for the disappearance of his comrades. Raise the subject of the disappearances. Ask what the fugitive is supposed to look like. Wonder what will happen if the fugitive is caught. Suggest the missing Magisters could have just deserted. I know who did it.
Well, what are you waiting for? Tell me.
Oh, we could go tell. I wonder if we told the elf. If we tell the elf, does he get back in good with the Magisters or whatever?
I think so.
Well, do we want him to get back in good with the Magisters? I mean, they're Magisters.
Right. It's for his own good that we don't.
That we don't tell him. Okay, declare that the tavern cook was the culprit. You were forced to kill her when you confronted her. Or say that firstly, you want to know exactly what your reward will be. Come across the gold man. I'm just going to tell him what it is.
What? The bloody cook? It can't be. Whoa, why did Higba have that contraband then?
I don't know. He didn't seem to be involved in the disappearances, though, or scoff that none of that matters. The cook was a murderer, and you expect a reward for putting a stop to her. I don't know. He didn't seem to be involved in the disappearances.
That he's still guilty of something. I'm not calling off the manhunt until I have that fiend one way or another. As for this cook, do you have any proof?
Remark that he should just follow up a good lead when he gets one. The proof will surface eventually. Inform him that you found a bloodied ring hidden in the tavern kitchen bearing the Magister's seal. Say that she admitted to your face. Isn't that enough? Tell him that you liberated a note from the tavern cook's pocket. Its contents are rather incriminating. Should we give him the note or the ring?
Sure, let's go with the note.
The Magister snatches the note and peers at it.
These names, they're the ones who went missing. And others. My name is on here. The cook's been reported dead. How did you get this? Never mind, I thought she was another victim, but these... She must have been the culprit.
He shudders in disgust.
And to think she was so near to us, to me, all this time. It seems I owe you my thanks. And a reward.
He holds out a pouch of gold. You try to take it, but he doesn't yet relinquish his grasp. With his free hand, he wags a finger in your face.
Keep this ugliness to yourself. I wouldn't want it thought that we Magisters can't solve our own problems without throwing gold about.
Hear ye, we solved the mystery. Ow. Alright, never mind.
He lets go of the pouch and turns away.
Okay, we've got some
Right away.
iron leg armor, +1 leadership, 3% dodging. A coat of conjuring that I don't want because it'll break my set. A dagger that we don't need, or a crossbow. Crossbow sells for 717. I think that's... Oh no, the Magister coat actually sells for 792.
Perhaps I'll be promoted.
The magic coat sells for the most. So you want me to get that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Bellwether, I need those reports, damn it.
Right away.
A blank air skill book. Interesting. And I've still got the Magister seal. Not sure what I can do with
the
that.
Magister mutters to herself.
Bloody Carver. Been hiding in here all this time now.
Yeah, he goes through ink so
solving
fast.
the murders. Typical.
Of course, sir.
What?
Away.
I said he goes through ink so fast.
Apparently. But okay, I still see the ghost over here, so I'm going to talk to her.
Same as before, the spirit remains locked in a shocked trance.
The ring. It was right here, on my finger.
Produce the bloodied Magister ring that was hidden in the kitchen and ask the ghost if it's hers.
Something shakes the Magister's ghost from her stupor. Her gaze falls on the ring and brightens.
My ring.
What should we do with it?
Your words take a long moment to sink in, like they're being translated for the netherworld.
Return it. Home to my brethren.
I could refuse, saying I'm not in the habit of helping the Magisters, but I'm going to go ahead and agree.
Smiles at you. If it weren't for the circumstances, it'd be almost heartwarming.
Okay, back to the Magisters. See if I can give this chuckle nut the ring.
No more disappearances? No more deaths? It seems justice has been served well.
Say that you found a ring belonging to one of the murdered Magisters. Best that it return to her comrades.
The Magister takes the ring from you.
This was a conduct award. I gave it to Magister Harrick myself. She showed great promise.
He stoically nods his thanks and turns away from you.
Okay. Let's sort. We do have a foot. I'd have to give that to Venom because he's got
Nelson, my inkwell is
the
dry.
ability to turn into an elf. So I'll send him that. And the gold. Oh yeah, and we still got the source weapons. So we need to go back to the tavern, like I said originally, and go talk to Lohar. Okay, so let's see what Lohar has to say about these weapons. They're definitely not legal. I can tell you that right now.
You really ticking me off, Marla.
Now, we talked to this guy before,
Likes of you.
but let's just go inside and see what happens.
I brought you up from girl to woman, Marla. Like you was my own. This.
He lifts his right arm, showing a white bandage beneath his ribs. A wet red spot shows through.
This ain't the thanks I expected. Who sent you?
The formidable dwarf slams his fist on the side table. You hear a loud crack.
Enough! Do you know they killed Anhar? Do ya? Start talking sense or I'll take that tongue right out of your mouth and fry it for supper.
We can interject asking what happened, or we can stay quiet. What do you think?
Stay quiet.
Bart, Kate, get her to talk or bleed her out. She ain't one of mine anymore.
His sneer travels from the restrained dwarf to you.
And you. You better have a damn good reason for coming here.
Tell the truth now. Who was it that sent you?
Brave lass. Waltzing in here now. I hope for your sake you've got good news for me.
Gesture to the dwarf at the front of the room and ask what happened between them. Say you may, depending on what he's interested in, but there are things you want to know too. Ask what sort of news he's after. Tell him that sounds like a threat. He wouldn't like you when you're feeling threatened, or take your leave. What happened between them?
Family matter. She's one of mine. Acting like her brains are scrambled, though. Came after me with a knife. Lucky for me, she caught an old wound. Scar slowed down the knife. So, how'd you make it out of Fort Joy?
Ask how he knows about that. You made it past plenty of Magisters undetected, smile broadly and regale him with the whole tale. Eye him suspiciously. Why is he interested in a thing like that? Or play the fool and ask him what he means.
Smile and regale.
I've got to say I'm impressed. I love a good story. Here's one I heard lately. A group of strangers landed on the beaches outside town. Meister Seaver's people. You one of her little seekers? Chasing down Godwoken and begging them to save us all.
Grin, say he's got the gist of it. Tell him you're one such Godwoken, and he can start begging anytime. Or note he doesn't sound convinced of their cause. You don't sound convinced.
Yeah, I don't think he sounds convinced.
Alder's been telling us all kinds of this and that about Godwoken. Haven't seen any evidence of them myself. So no, I'm not convinced.
So you can't blame him for all the Order's bluster. Things are only getting worse. Or tell him that you're a Godwoken.
We're swirling the drain. If someone doesn't plug it, we'll slip down easy as you please. So, what do you want?
Ask him if he knows why you're here, or tell him you need information. You're looking for certain powerful sorcerers.
Ah, I should have guessed. I could help you. But last I heard, you was working for the Magisters. Big shots at the boats. Now, why in the name of all the Earths would I help a worm like that?
So, intelligence persuasion. I've only done what I've had to do to get by. Finesse persuasion. Tell him it's always best to keep your enemies close. Constitution persuasion. Say you serve yourself first in this and in everything. Or tell him to mind his own damn business.
An unpleasant smirk twitches around the corners of his mouth.
Right. I reckon I could help you out. Depending on what you can do for me.
Ask him what he has in mind. Tell him that unless he wants this realm to be consumed by the void, he ought to tell you what you need to know. Say, all you need is names. Those won't cost anything. Quickly agree, you'll do whatever it takes. Or tell him you're not here to make a deal. And turn your heel. What do you have in mind?
He gestures towards the bandage across his side.
Had a bit of family trouble lately. My girl Marla got it in her head to come after me with a short blade. That ain't like Marla. Ain't like her to pull the silent treatment either. Something's going on. And wouldn't you know it, that blade she used wasn't any normal bit of steel. Belonged to another of my people. Guy's name is Mordus. Bit of a loner, but smart as hell.
So Mordus, we've heard that name. He's on the list of master sorcerers.
I sent a few guys to go check on him, see if he knew what had got into Marla, but no one can find him. I'd like a word with the guy.
That sounds reasonable. Where should I start? Ask if he expects Mordus to survive that particular conversation, or say you aren't interested. Sure, that sounds reasonable. Where should I start?
Glad you see it that way. No one's seen him in a good few. I've got some people checking out his house near the tavern now, though. Tell them I sent you, and they'll let you know what they've found. Truth is, they might be glad to see you. Reckon a sorcerer will have better luck finding one of their own.
Sure, I'll check it out. Ask if there's anything else you should know, or say that there's something else you'd like to discuss. Is there anything else I should know?
Well, like I said, Mordus is a special guy. A sorcerer, matter of fact. Maybe even one of the ones Seaver's after. If there's something you want to find out from him, you might want to ask before I have my word with him. Here, you can take this off my hands. More suited to your kind, really. Good luck.
Wow. Alright, what did he give us? Fancy dagger that grants ruptured tendons, and it has an empty slot, +1 finesse, and that's about it. I'll give it to you to sell. Okay, so he said that they were going to Mordus's house, which is over by the tavern. We could go back to the square. We already cleaned out underneath the fisherman's place. Oh, but there is somebody that we could talk to in there. I think there's another dwarf that you can talk to in here. He's the one who wants you to eat the fish so that he can gain recipes. I think it's this Greb guy.
The dwarf peers at an expertly dissected fish, gently poking its innards with his knife.
Fascinating. Most fascinating. Oh, my. I mean, no. What do you want?
Ask him what he's doing, now that the surly tone in his voice seems a little forced. As a dwarf, lay a friendly hand on his shoulder and say you're just a fellow dwarf looking to talk. As a scholar, I can say that I recognize those incisions, the work of a healer or a scholar, not some fishmonger. Let's use that one.
With a small grin, the dwarf glances between you and his handiwork and shrugs.
Indeed I am. They can close our schools, but they can't take away what I've been taught. Besides, there's still so much to learn.
Ask what there is to learn from these foul-smelling fish, or wonder how the likes of him wound up in a place like this. What are you learning from those fish?
Plenty. These tainted fish are causing a lot of hardship. If I can understand what's happening to them, perhaps there'll be a way to reverse the effects.
Say that scholar or not, there's nothing we can do to save these fish. Or ask if you can help somehow.
Yes, as it happens. I need to see the effects of eating these fish, firsthand, if you understand me.
Okay, say that you'll eat the fish, if he's sure that it will do some good. Cast a skeptical eye over the fish on his work table and ask what's in it for you. Tell him to eat the damn fish himself, if he's so keen to learn more. Or sharply refuse to even touch those fish. They're bound to make you as sick as a dog. Sure, I'll eat the fish.
Wonderful. Now, there's 3 samples that I wish to learn more about. Care to choose?
Take the yellow fish, the red fish, the brown fish, or declare I've changed my mind. Let's take the yellow first.
The fish instantly churns your insides. You double over in pain.
I'm diseased.
A sudden vivid sensation of floating in darkness assails you. There's something in there with you. Something. Hungry and corrupt. You can't breathe. You can't breathe. The dwarf suddenly drifts back into view, peering at you with fascination.
How do you feel?
I feel disgusting. How do you think I feel?
A stream of black bile suddenly erupts from your mouth and across the dwarf's boots. He doesn't even look displeased.
Catch your breath and say that you saw things, terrible things that you can't even describe, or say that you feel chilled to the bone in a most unnatural manner. Which one do you think I should say?
Number 1.
I see. Well, I'm sure it was nothing but a side effect of the fish. Speaking of which, I've learned a great deal from observing you. I owe you a great debt.
Ask what he learned from observing. Point out that he owes you more than his gratitude you were promised a reward. Or declare that you ought to throw him to the void woken after he let you eat poisonous fish.
The dwarf puffs up his chest and proudly gestures to the fish.
The fish is indeed malignant. Dwarves are affected by it in the same manner as other species.
Ask about your reward. Say that you're willing to try another if the reward is increased to match your efforts. Scowl and say that you didn't need to eat the damn stuff to learn that. Angrily snarl that you ought to force feed some of these fish to him for manipulating you. Let's up the reward.
Thank you, but no. I can only allow for 1 specimen per volunteer, or my findings could become flawed. The fish you ate is known as yellow ridgeback. Quite a cunning breed, often used in concoctions to increase alertness. But this one, touched by the void itself. Who is to say how such a creature might alter an alertness mixture? Seek out somewhere that peddles alertness herb mixes. Adding these unique ridgebacks might make quite the impact. So, now my work must continue, as soon as I've got in my quota of fish, of course. Farewell, stranger.
I'll try the red one.
Okay.
Fascinating. Oh my, what do you want? I'm gutting fish, what else?
You're listening in, right? Okay.
Nothing wrong with taking pride in your work.
Yeah, I'm listening.
The dwarf grimaces and points the tip of his knife at his handiwork.
Whatever's wrong with these fish is causing a lot of hardship.
Oh, there you go. Now you can ask him if he needs help.
See if there's anything that can be done. Yes,
if he needs any help.
I need to see the effect.
I'll eat the fish.
Now,
I'll take the red
The
fish.
instantly churns your insides. A sudden vivid sensation of floating in darkness assails you. There's something in there with you. Something. Hungry and corrupt. The dwarf suddenly drifts back into view.
How do you feel?
A stream of black bile suddenly erupts from your mouth and across the dwarf's boots.
Oh yeah, you should probably tell him about the fire.
Well, I'm sure any discomfort will pass shortly. Besides, I've learned a great deal from observing you. I'm in your debt, stranger.
The dwarf puffs up his chest and proudly gestures to the...
The fish is indeed malignant. Dwarves are affected by it in the same manner as other species. Ah, yes, of course, but the fish you ate is known as crimson bream. Quite a fast, vicious breed. It's often used in the creation of ferocity mixtures. But those use regular specimens, not this kind. Who is to say what might happen if you brewed a ferocity mixture with a crimson bream that's been touched by the void itself? The effects could be quite potent.
Potent?
Seek out somewhere that peddles ferocity herb mixes, but make an addition. One of these, unique breams. So, now my work must continue as soon as I've got in my quota of...
Okay, so we gotta let the disease wear off.
Tell the Magisters.
No.
Then we can get them out, and you can get back to work.
You might want to move. You're standing in cursed blood. So what he gave us was this. He gave me an alertness mixture because I tried the yellow fish. And he also gave me a void-tainted yellow ridgeback because that's the type of fish that I tried. So what he was saying is that if you make an herbal mixture, you can buy herbal mixtures or something, and they'll give you a buff if you use them. I'm not really sure. I don't think I've ever used them myself.
You can stay there with the dirty lizards and Joe's mum until you're cured.
This must be the place Lohar mentioned.
Okay, so this
enough.
This is Mortis's house. And this door is locked. Oop, it auto-saved it. So we've got Glenna here sitting on the hatch.
The dwarf is unnaturally still. You might mistake her for a corpse, were it not for a slight twitch of her eyelids.
Poker, call out to her. As a mystic, I can look closer. Her stillness is not a calm one. She waits for someone. Something.
She calmly opens her left eye, then her right.
What do you want?
Inform her that your visit... Inform her of your visit with Lohar. You need to get through the hatch. Tell her that this is an unusual spot to be napping, or tell her you thought that she was someone else and step away. Nope, we'll tell her about Lohar.
The dwarf unfolds her arms and shoots to her feet.
All right, sister. Quite glad Lohar ain't left us here to wither. Those brutes are taking their sweet time down there. I gotta send word soon.
Ask her what her partners hope to find below. Thank her for the information. You're heading down.
Who knows? Anything that gives away what Mortis has been up to. Probably got all sorts of tricks for covering his tracks, but the goons downstairs should sniff out something.
Ask her more about Mortis.
That weird priest's been hanging around Lohar for ages. Now he's vanished. Those half-wits below will know more.
Thank her for the information.
Get to it then. But tell the lunkheads that Glenna sent you before they bash your brains in.
Got it.
Hatch, then.
Glenna sent me. Got it. Oh, she did not like that. She minused you. You moved chairs. She didn't like it. Apparently.
Maybe if we had a crowbar.
You think a crowbar would open this thing? Huh? You got rocks knocking around
What's
that
this?
noggin of yours.
I found something.
Oh, there's a lever over here. But there's also... Ooh, there's a mushroom over here.
I've spotted something.
I don't think I can pick this one. Yeah, my thievery is too low. There's a barrel up there, though, that you haven't gotten to yet. Oh, it's empty. Of course it is.
Maybe if we had a crowbar.
Alright, let's pull the switch.
There we go. The door's open.
By Duna's dagger, brother. You're here to free us or kill us. Inform that Lohar sent you. Tell them that you're here with Glenna's blessing, and Glenna said to mention her name. Reach for your weapon. There's more to the situation than meets the eye. Ask what they're doing in this place, or stand aside. They're free to go. So tell them Glenna gave you blessing.
The male dwarf expels 2 lungfuls of air and glances happily at his companion.
We've only been fretting here for a few hours, but it's felt like days. That snot-nosed priest's as slippery as a snake in an oil drum.
Ain't found nothing that lets on what Mortis is up to. Only thing we managed were to close that door and get us stuck. And if there's another door out there, never could find it.
Lohar ain't gonna be pleased.
This Mortis, what is he up to? Where has he gone?
Ain't no telling where that priest has gone to. Started acting all funny not so long ago, then flew the coop.
Acting funny? What does that mean?
Well, at first, he was just buddying around with Lohar and the rest, you know. But then he'd start looking all sickly and run off for a day or two. Then some stranger tried taking old Lohar down, but got himself caught and tied up. Ain't no coincidence Mortis went hanging around then.
She taps a finger against her forehead.
A woman knows things. Nothing's getting past me. Best we head off then. We've got...
Okay then, off they go. And in we go. What's that? Statue.
The shrine depicts Duna, yet has clearly seen better days. Scratches and fissures deface its exterior, and its eyes have been gouged hollow. You run your hands along the exterior until your fingers graze a button.
Press the button, reach your hand to touch the shrine, kneel and pray, anvil be my altar, hammer be my offering. Press
There's
the
no
button.
mistaking the sound of stone chafing stone. The entrance to the chamber grinds open, filling your lungs with slightly less stale air.
Okay, so we know that that is a way to get back out. And of course you've looted everything over here, right? Aha! You did not. On humans. Cranley Hubert's book on humans makes for interesting reading. While acknowledging humans' obvious physical limitations, he considers that race to be the most intelligent, intellectual, ingenious, versatile, resourceful, audacious, and adventurous of all the peoples. While many of his claims may be deemed correct, it must be noted that Hubert himself is human. The trait overconfident should perhaps be added to the list. You sent me a what? You sent me a what?
I sent you another thing to read. It's a letter to Mortis. Sorry, I keep muting myself because I'm chewing on stuff.
Mortis, you're a lucky man. Your failure to assassinate Lohar could have been ruinous. Yet our Lord proves his grace by not only sparing you, but granting you Mord Akam or Akame. The ritual requires an excessive release of source, but I'm sure you're anxious to prove your allegiance. Use it wisely. Your orders remain the same. See that the weapons from the Peacemaker reach Arks unharmed. I'll await their arrival. And do be careful. There are a number of Godwoken who have escaped from the fort. Should they pass through Driftwood en route to their Meister, be sure they pass no farther. Of course I went in a little overconfident. I'm a big deal. Okay, so we definitely know that this priest guy that they said started acting weird a couple days ago is definitely a bad guy. For sure.
He's the bad guy.
Okay, so let's see. Shadow over Driftwood. The letter to Mortis mentioned a ritual. It sounded ominous. Well, yeah, it did.
There was a thing to that skull.
Lohar has had difficulties with his associate. Maybe we can exploit this. We made contact with local crime boss. Oh, what was that? What'd you do?
This one's pretty macabre. Skull. It's missing an eye.
Missing an eye.
As far as locks go, this one's pretty macabre.
Okay.
A skull? It's missing an eye.
I don't think we
As
have
far as
what
locks go,
anything
this one's pretty macabre.
to open it yet.
No. I think we have to. I think we get it from Mord or whatever his name is.
Mord.
Morty.
Well, I mean, killing an evil priest sounds like a pretty good idea.
Yeah. That's what the cool kids are doing these days.
Alright, so let's see what else we got. Embedded in the wall is missing an eye as an ornate skull. Well, that's super informative. I do want to do one more thing before we head off out of the city.
And Joe's mum until you're cured.
Have we spoken to the White Magister?
A what?
On the docks. It's a red flag right now. Magister Julian.
I think we probably have to go back to him because we solved his problem or whatever. Or no, he wanted us to look into Lohar, and we haven't completely done that yet. And besides the point, I don't want to give him any information about anybody, especially not a fellow dwarf. He's a jerk face and a magister.
And a jerk face.
And a jerk face magister. So he didn't come in here. Oh, gold. And a pumpkin soup. Poison fish, poison fish. Gonna end up all smelly. Gross.
Behind the containers, the fish in one of the barrels shifts slightly.
Please, you have to help me. The Magisters have gone mad.
Strange cargo.
Ask who you're talking to. Observe that the Magisters might be mad, but they're not ones hiding in a barrel. Slide over to the barrel, wonder if this is the man the Magisters are hunting, or ignore the barrel's protestations and walk away. I mean, we become talking barrels sometimes. It's fine. Who am I talking to?
I'm a salesman. I tinker. I fix things. I wonder. I buy and sell books when I can. I had nothing to do with those Magisters vanishing. Please help me. I don't want to die. I don't want them to take me.
Wonder what's in it for you. Look over your shoulder to be sure you're not being watched. In a whisper, ask what he needs you to do. Lean casually against the barrel and quietly ask what the Magisters are looking for him. Shrug and take your leave. This isn't your problem. Laugh at his plight. You can't wait to see his face when the Magisters pull him out of the barrel. What do you want?
I just need to get out of Driftwood. I can't risk being seen. But if you can get out of town, I can escape to Arks. Please, I'll do anything. Just don't let them see me. Don't let them find me.
Okay. Sure, you can follow me.
Oh, Lucian.
And it auto-saved, so that's good. Because this could go poorly if it's not done correctly. Alright, so first of all, he does not sneak. I know that there's people coming up here. There's a dwarf and there's a patrolling guard.
Talking to the guard.
Okay, well I can't let the dwarf see me either.
I think the dwarf was safe, wasn't he?
No. Nobody's safe.
The other guard has come around. You want me to kill the guards?
No. Where's he going? He's running. No, he didn't go the right way. I'm reloading it. He ran all the way around the other way for reasons.
I don't know where you were trying to go.
I was trying to go down a ladder.
Oh, were you blocking the ladder?
No, I think it's because there was poison right there and he wouldn't go through it, so he raced off.
Oh.
To go around, and that was like right through everybody else.
I'll follow.
Alright, so it's really crappy that he cannot sneak. Because if he could sneak, it would be a lot better, but he can't. For whatever reason.
Okay, so you were trying to get down this one?
Yeah, because there's a ladder right over there. Thank you. Honestly not sure if he can get down there or not, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go give it a quick save so that we don't have to do this again, so we can start from this point next time if we get into trouble. Are you going to talk to anybody, or...?
Once the Magister comes back up here.
Yeah, I don't think we can... I don't think I can actually take him down this ladder, because I think the water is too deep. I think I have to go right through everybody. What is
Magisters.
he doing? Oh my god.
Out is what he's doing. And the dwarf is being weird too.
Okay, so there's the Magister that patrols through here. And there's the dwarf, and that Magister keeps just going up and down that ladder for some reason.
I'm about to smack that Magister.
Just get him to talk to you or something, out of the way.
Doc.
We're gonna have to go really close to him. I don't know if this is gonna work. That dwarf is being dumb.
Are you sure you can't go down that ladder?
I'll try it. I don't think so, because I think that water is too deep. I don't think I can get all the way around. Oh, maybe we can come through here? Okay. Oh, what did that... What the...
You found it.
He just ran over there.
Excellent. Now, stand aside.
The Magister steps forward.
What? No, you said you'd help.
Okay, I don't want this. We're supposed to keep him
get me
hidden.
out.
That's like the whole point. But the Magisters are not... Magisters are not passing fully. They just... He kept going up and down that ladder and turning around. That's not his full route.
Why we just kill him?
Because I think we'd do better if nobody sees him.
Right, they don't have to see him. Go ahead. I kill the Magisters. and you walk through going, oh my, such violence.
Oh dear. Oh, the humanity. Well, we know that we can get down this this ladder though. So that's good news. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And there's two big fat Magisters right over there, so let's not go over there.
Yeah, let's see if he actually comes all the way back up the ladder.
Because there was that lady one, she walks off this way, and there's this guy who's supposed to path in and out of the fish thing, but he kept just like going up and down this ladder for reasons.
Like that.
Yeah.
Why is he doing that?
I don't know. It might be because I had to reload. I don't know, but we have to come through there. I can't take him out into this deep water. So
I wonder if it's the dwarf.
okay, so he's talking to the dwarf up there to see if that will get the guy to actually path all the way up. Nope, he just went back down the ladder.
Because the dwarf's not a fan of the Magisters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I don't think. Oh, he might tell him to go hide in a barrel, but I don't know if he will. It's that Magister that's the problem, child. Look, if you want to kill him, just go ahead, but make it quick. And hopefully you won't get anybody else in the fight. Because sometimes NPCs are like, oh, I'm not a fan of such and such, but if you, like, attack them or you say, hey, help me, they're like, nah. Okay, so there he's talking to the Magister, and he should be... Watch your tongue. Yeah, well, about that. So there's another Magister lady off in this direction. She walked off in that direction. I'm not exactly sure where she is. I hope she doesn't come back.
She could be anywhere.
He just walked away. Oh, here we go. There we are. There we are. There's no turning back, he says. He threw a fireball. Doesn't look like the Magister's doing too well. What is that? Oh, the dwarf didn't like that. He's cowering. Okay, Magister's gone. Dwarf is,
I'll check for that other Magister.
I don't think they're anywhere close. And we just got to get across the little river here, so I think it's safe.
Okay.
I say that and watch the Magister.
Here she comes. I'm gonna
pop
go talk
out
to her.
of nowhere. Oh, jeez.
Got her.
Okay. Oh, and you already looted. Of course you did. Why did I even ask? Okay, we're not going over there yet. We're gonna come over in this direction.
Powerful too.
Right.
I'd be happier to be out of these. But where are we?
What in the world? It says I'm in combat.
I'm coming.
With the Tinkerer. For some reason, he became angry with me, and all the Magisters over here are angry with me.
I don't see the oh, yep. Okay, I'm here.
So what in the bloody hell was that all about?
I don't know.
Every other time I've done this quest, I get him out, and then
he skitters off.
And then he gives us a little reward, and then he leaves. Off to Ark.
I think the Magisters are not against us. They're yellow.
Yeah, but he is. I think he thinks that we led him into an ambush. Hold on. So go kill that Magister really quick. One more time. And we'll try this again. I don't know why he was such a pissant about it, though. It would help if he would bloody hide himself. Stealth. Alright. Because if he's just gonna attack, then man. Alright, so he's going down there to attack this Magister over here. Which the Magister's not terribly impressed. Now he's finally ready to fight. Throws a fireball. Well, that was a pretty good strike. After you get this Magister down, I'm gonna save it again in case the guy that we're trying to save is stupid. Okay, so he's dead. I'm gonna save it. So then we don't have to do that part again. And I can come up this way. Now I could go over here, but this is a whole separate thing. This is a whole separate quest. I don't really want to engage in it. But maybe I do have to go over there. I don't know. Can't reach, it says. Alright.
Yeah, we always brought him up this path here that you went up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Can you sneak?
Are we safe?
Oh, at last I can breathe again. Here we go.
At last! I was sure I'd die in that wretched place. You have my thanks. If not for you, I probably would have been found, gutted, and salted.
Look at him in astonishment. Why did he climb back into the barrel? Say that it was your pleasure. It was not my pleasure. This was a travesty, sir. This whole quest was awful. Nod along. That's great. But you were hoping he would give you something, you know, more materialistic, man. Make with the monies. Wonder how he ended up in the barrel in the first place, or dry your weapon. Now he can die out in the fresh air. Why did you climb back into the barrel?
I can't just saunter away. Who knows what might be lurking in a place like this? But once I'm sure the way's clear, I'm running to Ox like a cat with its tail on fire. I'm done with this stinking town.
Well, you're just glad you got him out of the factory. Or not along. That's great. But...
Please, I can't just let you walk away.
Ooh, an acid spore scroll.
Take this scroll as a gift.
A damp, scale-covered roll of paper emerges from the barrel.
In fact, that's what started all the trouble in the first place. The Magisters nearly lost their minds when they saw me with it.
Where did he find the scroll? Wonder why the Magisters reacted so strongly to him having it. Where did you find it?
In the kitchens of the tavern, of all places. That cook had it. Offered it for a great price, too. I thought she was an idiot selling it so cheap. Then again, I'm the dolt who ended up in a barrel. But if she has Magister artifacts, she must be the one they're looking for.
Yeah, we already know that. Thanks for the... thank you for the information. Take your leave.
I swear, once I get to Ox, I'm going to have the bath of my life.
Okay, we've got some gloves that are actually better than mine. I got some finesse boots that I don't think we want. Oh, I got a strength helmet. 28 physical, 7 magic. 1 pyrokinetic and 1 necromancer, and requires 12 strength.
I'll give that a miss for now. So go ahead and get your gloves, because the gloves are an upgrade for you, you said.
Right, and then there's a book, Summon Oily Blob skill book, but I'd have to have 2 polymorph. This is not... It goes on your summoning ability, but you have to have polymorph to cast it. It's a polymorph skill. So I think I'll take... What's that I said? Was it the boots that I wanted? No, those were finesse boots. It was the gloves. I will take the gloves. And I will give you the gold that he gave us. I will wear the gloves. Give you those to sell. Ooh, I can put this on my horrible, awful list over here to throw at enemies. I've got 85 out of 100. I've got to lose some of this stuff soon. I've got a lot going on in my pockets.
Apparently. They throw me like all the fish and the extra non-dinner foods and stuff.
Okay, so that's the tavern. That's Mortis's house. This is just Driftwood, the town. That one is... That's... Oh, you wanted to go over to Master Julian and talk to him? Is that what you wanted to do?
Well, don't we have to do a thing first? You said?
What?
Did you say we had to do a thing first? Ohar?
We might be able to talk to Lohar, but we haven't found what's his name, the guy that we were looking for.
Mortis is just south of us.
Oh, did you want to go there then?
I can.
Make up your mind.
You make up my mind. We've also got this guy with the wedding ring.
Yeah, but those are frogs, right? Do you think we could take them?
I think we could take him.
Wait, hold on. I don't need this, that. Why don't you go ahead and hold these the soul forged weapons, because those are super heavy. Wohar didn't say anything about them, so I mean, maybe we could just sell them off. Empty mug. Those aren't very heavy. I think it's the bombs that are weighing me down. I need to use more bombs.
Let's go pick a fight with some frogs and you can bomb the frogs.
Alright, sounds good. Is it the frogs or is it the Void Woken? Like the high level
This is the
one?
frogs.
Is it? Okay.
A fisherman stares at the water, muttering to himself.
The missus will kill me. She'll tear me a new mouth halfway down my neck.
The fish aren't bitey? Or look where he's looking.
You see nothing.
I've gone and thrown my wedding ring in the water.
What happened? Laugh at him, his wife won't be impressed. Or ask why he doesn't just walk in there and get the ring. It's not too deep.
I could do that. I could. But seeing as the ring has a bit of sauce to it, like as not, going in there will attract Voidwoken. All things equal, between an angry wife and Voidwoken, I'm leaning towards the wife.
You'll get the ring yourself. The ring has a bit of source to it, eh? Ask about that. Reckon it'll probably be safe to go into the water. We should probably not let him go into the water. Tell him he's better off regretting something he did than something he didn't do. Or he's right, best to stay out of the water. I'll go get it. But what about this source?
Just a hint, nothing that concerned a Magister, made me feel that little bit more confident in myself. Maybe it was all in my head, but I felt like the ring made me more attractive to the women. I wouldn't do the dirt or anything, but it's good for the ego. Keeps the wife on her toes too. I'm not asking you to risk your life on account of me and my marital woes, but if you fancy a paddle, you can go right ahead.
So there's the copper ring. There's the Voidwoken. What level is he? Level 10. We've got this. We got this.
Yep.
I do want to get Fluffy out, though.
Probably put a water totem on that pier right behind you.
Well, I think they'll be immune to water, won't they?
Oh, yeah, probably. Probably put out a standard one and I'll get some fire out here in a second.
Oh, he hit me. Oh, he hit me again.
Yeah, it's hard.
Kill him.
Alright.
To crush people with barrels, you have to fill them up with like really heavy stuff, and then have a lot of telekinesis. I believe. Or maybe just be able to fling it out of your pocket, but still. These frogs are jerks. Charmed block by magic armor. What? Well, at least they keep missing me. That's nice. Yep. Alright, first of all, armor up. Why didn't that give me back any... Oh, that's the Void Woken, that's not me. Okay, that did give me back some... I could put down the Dome of Protection.
Get a totem up.
It's all water up there, I think. Oh wait, there's plain. Okay. Bombs.
Bombs. Right, this guy's starting to annoy me. How did that miss?
He dodged it.
Okay. The lizard only has 28 hit points left.
Okay, so Fluffy's gonna come over here.
And
then... And that's all of the APs he's got.
Yeah, they have a slight weakness to earth and fire, but yeah, they're very resistant to water and air, and slightly resistant to poison. Ribbit. They really want you.
Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, I'm going to heal myself. And then... going to... Still water.
Yep, get a standard totem out.
No, it's all water. I can put it over here, I guess. That won't give me height advantage. I could supercharge one of them. Or I could maybe infect somebody. Wait, what is that resisted by? The physical armor. That has physical armor. That does not have physical armor. So infect you. You jerk.
Immune to infected. There goes the lizard.
It took off a lot of his health, though. What are you doing? We've got
my bounce.
We've got 2 up here on the ledge, 2 over by me, and 1 way over there.
That miss. Are these guys?
They're extra dodgy.
They need to stop being dodgy. Let's see.
Oh, nice. We finally got one down. Oh, good. They're finally attacking you and not me.
Yeah, they're at 68% immune to water.
But I'm not immune to healing. Ha 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 ha. Miss. I remember the first time we ran across these guys, I think we were like an arrow thurge, and like everything we had was like electricity and water.
It was something like that, and they stun locked us.
Yeah, they stun locked us, and we were done. Absolutely 100% done. And we were like,
you can do anything to damage their health. You can heal somewhat through your necromancy, as well as do damage.
See, I'd have to... Most of my stuff, I have to weed through their magical armor before I can do anything to them.
Yep.
Oh, look, he came right over next to you.
Oh, sweet. We'll just deal with him then.
Nice.
Oh, that looked ouchy.
With all this steam and stuff that is right next to me, I'm gonna have a real hard time like throwing bombs and stuff because my line of vision is gonna be limited.
First failed.
Yeah, they keep trying to curse me.
How rude.
Oh, it is. There? Oh, there is, but that's way far around for Fluffy to try and go. Oh man, I don't want to try and whittle through that. Oh. Path is interrupted. Oh, I could have him pound on it, I guess. He's got to punch through all of the magical armor.
There's only 10 left.
I'm stunned now, so I don't get a turn.
Yep.
Because my magical armor is off, and there's a chance that when you're standing in like this electrified water that you can get stunned. I'm also decaying now because it is cursed electrified water, which means if I heal myself, I'll do extra damage to myself. So that regenerating is actually hurting me.
That is 1 point.
I've only got 2 left.
And I'm trying to leap up to them. The target is blocked. They can shock me, but I'm immune to stunt.
Oh yeah, because you got that necklace. Nice.
And me being up here has distracted him, so you can be stunned in peace.
Yay. Yeah, that did a little bit of damage, I think. Oh, everybody's slowed. That's good. Slowing them will be nice. Okay, you killed one. The other one's close to death. And there we go. Okay, I need to get out of there. And I'm actually going to use my bedroll. My bedroll I never ever use because I never really take damage. That rests me. It gives me a rested bonus, and it'll heal me up. So, yeah, about your ring, you nasty little...
A horrified fisherman stares at the water, muttering to himself.
That was terrifying. I need to get myself a new line of work. Something as far away from the water as I can go. Goat herd, high on a mountain. Spice trader in the deserts. Anything but this. If the missus will go for it, of course. She likes the beach.
Tell him you found the ring in the water. Hold your tongue about the ring you just found. Go ahead and give it to him.
You found it? How wonderful! The wife will be thrilled. Or she would if she ever found out about this, which of course she won't. I can't thank you enough.
It is possible for him to thank you too little. Or take pity and give him his ring. Should we be nice?
Yes.
He slips the ring onto his finger, where it dangles loose.
I feel better already. Need to fatten myself up again so I don't lose it a second time. Can't be relying on the kindness of strangers to dig me out. The very best to you. I wish you well.
With a new confidence in his stance, he turns back to his fishing.
Okay, so that's all we get out of it. Did you get anything good from the looting?
A couple rubies.
I got a belt that I cannot identify.
Toss it over to me. I got several other things.
And a book. Let's see. Anything else? I don't think there's anything else. So, I think we have to go out and around. I don't think we can just it looks like this is super close, but I don't think there's any way up this cliff.
We're running on 2.5 hours.
Yeah, we should probably get back to the city and close it off for the night. Let's go back to the square.
Keeping it together, Bree.
And then I'll have to get away from the square so that I can actually hear what's going on. And while I'm signing off, Venom can sell off all of our goods, make us some money. Okay, guys. So that was Wednesday. That was the stream. I hope you all enjoyed it. It's really good to be back. I've been looking forward to playing Divinity all week. And we're finally getting to this part where the story's really kind of starting to take off. Now we have a direction. We know that we need to go and get some master sorcerers out there, some of which are going to be, possibly evil that we have to try and convince or work with in some manner to try and open up this source ability that we have before we can move any further. We've already found who and what was happening to the Lost Magisters. We've found out where Meister Siva was and got her all back to where she's supposed to be. We found the eggs that were taken by the nasty monsters. So, we made a lot of progress today. Go for 3 hours. No, I don't think we're going to go for 3 hours, but yeah, I kind of lost track of time. It was so fun. I was enjoying myself. We did have some pretty tough fights. The fights are getting harder, guys. So, all those times that I was saying, oh, this is going to be a tough fight, and it was like a complete and total cakewalk. Now it's starting to get a little more challenging. Now we're going to have to start being a lot more tactical and making sure that we don't jump into something we're not ready for. But tomorrow we should be going to Darkness Falls over on Venom's channel. And then we'll be back with the crew on Friday. So we hope to see you guys there.
Definitely.
And we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.